Most people think poverty is only about money, but poverty is deeper than an empty wallet. Poverty is waking up every morning, already defeated before the day even begins. It is constantly worrying about bills, rent, food, and survival, while secretly wondering if life will ever change. It is watching other people move forward while you feel stuck in the same place year after year. And the dangerous thing about poverty is that it slowly trains people to expect less from life. It convinces them that struggle is permanent and greatness belongs to other people. But history keeps proving something powerful over and over again. The people who escape poverty are not always the smartest, the luckiest, or the most connected. They are the people who change the way they think, the way they move, and the way they use every single day they are given. Escaping poverty begins long before money appears in your account. It starts the moment you refuse to let your environment decide your future. It starts when you stop surviving emotionally and begin rebuilding mentally. Because the truth is, many people are financially poor long before they become physically poor. They lose discipline, lose hunger, lose belief, lose focus, and eventually lose vision. But the moment a person regains vision, everything can begin to change. The journey out of poverty is not easy. It requires sacrifice, patience, uncomfortable growth, and decisions that most people avoid. But if you truly want your life to change, if you are tired of constantly starting over, if you are tired of watching opportunities pass you by, then you must understand this one life-changing truth. Escaping poverty starts with changing what controls your mind every single day. Stop thinking like a survivor. One of the biggest reasons many people stay trapped in poverty is because they spend their entire lives in survival mode. Survival mode makes people think only about today instead of tomorrow. It forces them to focus on immediate comfort instead of long-term growth. A survival mindset says, I just need enough to get through today. But a growth mindset says, I need to build something that changes my future forever. That difference changes everything. When someone is trapped mentally, even opportunities become invisible. They stop believing they can win. They stop trying new things. They stop taking risks. They stop learning. And eventually, they start accepting struggle as normal. This is why two people can come from the exact same environment, but end up with completely different lives. One person adapts to the environment, while the other person decides to rise above it. The truth is, poverty trains people to fear failure more than they desire success. That is why so many people stay in situations they hate. They fear embarrassment, they fear rejection, they fear starting small. But every successful person once looked inexperienced, uncertain, and unqualified. Nobody begins at the top. If you want to escape poverty, you must stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances. Your environment may slow you down, but it does not have the final say over your destiny. The moment you believe your future can improve, your actions begin to change. You start paying attention differently. You become more intentional with your time. You stop wasting energy trying to impress people who are equally stuck. Poor thinking often shows itself in small daily habits. Complaining all day instead of learning. Spending money to look rich instead of building wealth. Watching endless entertainment instead of improving skills. Waiting for motivation instead of building discipline. Many people are not destroyed by one big mistake. They are destroyed slowly by repeated small decisions. The hardest part about changing your life is accepting responsibility for where you are. Not because every problem is your fault, but because responsibility gives you power. Blame changes nothing. Complaining changes nothing. Excuses change nothing. Responsibility is what allows transformation to begin. You may not control where you started in life, but you can control the mindset you build from this point forward. The people who escape poverty first escape the mental prison that tells them they cannot become more. They begin thinking bigger, acting wiser, and refusing to settle for temporary survival. Master the way you use time. Poor people and rich people Both receive 24 hours every single day. The difference is how those hours are used. Time is the greatest hidden currency in the world. Once wasted, it never returns. And one painful truth about poverty is this: many people waste the very thing that could have saved them. Look carefully at the habits of people who remain stuck for years. Endless gossip, endless scrolling, endless excuses, endless distractions. They are busy every day, but productive almost never. Activity is not the same as progress. Being tired is not proof that you are moving forward. Many people work hard, but never work strategically. Escaping poverty requires intentional use of time. It requires understanding that every hour can either build your future or slowly destroy it. Successful people are extremely protective of their time because they know time eventually becomes money, opportunities, relationships, and freedom. The problem is that most people wait until they feel motivated before they become disciplined. But motivation is unreliable. Discipline is what changes lives. Discipline wakes up when feelings disappear. Discipline studies when entertainment looks easier. Discipline saves money when spending feels tempting. Discipline continues even when results are invisible. You do not need to change your entire life overnight. That is where many people fail. They try to transform everything in 1 week and burn out completely. Real transformation happens through consistency. Small daily improvements eventually create massive changes. Imagine reading 10 pages every day for 1 year. Imagine learning one high-income skill consistently for 1 year. Imagine saving a small amount weekly for years. Imagine spending 1 hour daily building a business idea instead of wasting time online. Small actions repeated long enough become life-changing results. Many people pray for opportunities while wasting the time required to prepare for them. Opportunity without preparation usually leads nowhere. This is why some people receive chances and still remain stuck. They were not ready mentally, emotionally, or financially. If you truly want your life to change, audit your daily routine honestly. What consumes most of your attention? What habits are quietly destroying your future? What distractions are keeping you broke? Sometimes the biggest breakthrough in life is not adding something new. Sometimes it is removing the habits that are stealing your potential. Your future is hidden inside your daily routine. If your habits remain the same, your life will likely remain the same too. But when your habits improve consistently, your entire future begins to shift slowly in a new direction. Learn skills that create value. One of the most dangerous lies people believe is that hard work alone guarantees success. Hard work matters, but hard work without valuable skills often leads to exhaustion without progress. The world rewards value. The more problems you can solve, the more valuable you become. Many people stay poor because they never invest in learning. They leave school and stop developing themselves completely. But education should never end after graduation. In today's world, information is everywhere. Skills can be learned online. Businesses can start from phones. Knowledge is more accessible than ever before. Yet many people still spend years consuming entertainment while ignoring opportunities to grow. The people escaping poverty today are learning skills that the marketplace values: communication, sales, digital marketing, graphic design, video editing, business management, technology, content creation, financial literacy, negotiation, leadership. These skills create opportunities beyond traditional limitations. And here is what many people do not realize. Learning a skill builds confidence. Every new skill changes the way you see yourself. It proves you are capable of growth. It reminds you that your current condition is temporary. Too many people wait for perfect conditions before they begin. They say they will learn when they have money. They will start when they feel ready. They will try when life becomes easier. But life rarely becomes easier before action begins. Confidence comes after movement, not before it. Another major mistake people make is trying to look successful before becoming successful. They buy expensive things to impress others while remaining financially unstable internally. Real wealth is built quietly long before it becomes visible publicly. Instead of spending money trying to appear rich, invest in becoming valuable. Valuable people rarely stay broke forever. The market eventually rewards those who consistently solve problems well. And understand this clearly. Skills alone are not enough if fear controls your actions. Many talented people remain invisible because they never put themselves out there. They never market themselves. They never take risks. They never believe they deserve success. At some point, you must stop doubting your potential and start applying what you know. Nobody becomes great by staying hidden forever. Every successful entrepreneur, creator, leader, or business owner once faced uncertainty. But they acted anyway. Your current income often reflects your current level of value, confidence, discipline, and execution. Increase those things consistently, and your opportunities begin expanding naturally. Never underestimate what can happen when preparation meets persistence. A single skill can completely transform an entire family's future. One decision to learn instead of complain can break generational poverty forever. Build a life that future you will thank you for. One of the saddest realities in life is watching people sacrifice their future for temporary comfort. They avoid difficult decisions today and end up facing bigger pain tomorrow. Escaping poverty requires learning how to think long-term. Long-term thinking changes everything. It changes how you spend money. It changes how you choose friends. It changes how you use weekends. It changes your priorities completely. Many people destroy their future because they constantly chase immediate pleasure. Fast money, fast approval, fast entertainment, fast comfort. But success? Stop waiting for perfect timing. The world does not always reward intentions. It rewards execution. Millions of people have dreams, but only a small percentage consistently act on them. Action separates hope from transformation. And maybe the most important truth of all is this: you do not need to become somebody else to escape poverty. You simply need to become the highest version of who you already are. The discipline you avoid today may be the very thing that creates your freedom tomorrow. The opportunity you keep postponing may be the breakthrough your family has needed for generations. Do not underestimate the power of one decision. One decision to become disciplined. One decision to stop making excuses. One decision to learn. One decision to save. One decision to believe your life can become more than survival. Because escaping poverty does not start when money appears. Escaping poverty starts the moment you finally decide that staying stuck is no longer acceptable.